Welcome to another episode. Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Bro Flying.
T-Buggy, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 47th episode. And today we got a hell of a topic. And let's start the show with introducing my co-host to the bottom right.
Okay, T-Buggy, man. Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? A little different location, but, you know what I'm saying? Still bring that heat tonight. Wash your hands out there, man. The COVID's still going around. I know they easing restrictions. All-Star game was crazy. Texas, they you don't even got a mask up no more, man. But y'all stay clean, stay safe, man. Let's get this show going.
My boy on top, Mr. Bottom up top left.
Bottom up,
Top
top
left.
left. That must be me.
Around
What's
the
up,
corner.
people? What's up, people? What's up, family at home, man? Y'all are tuning in. I appreciate you tuning in. Yo, I just want to shout out the Notorious B.I.G. R.I.P. Man, I've listened to Biggie all day. So I've been kicking the door, waving the 4-4, legally, of course. And, you know, I've just been thanking God, man. Sky's the limit, man. We here. Gas, baby.
And our final guy, Mr. Top right.
Let's get it at Bryce, XXV, Double I, a.k.a. Mr. Big Leaguer, a.k.a. my mama's favorite gas panelist, a.k.a. G.E., man. That's gas over everything. Run with it or run from it. Let's get it, fellas.
All
like
right,
that.
so, all right, guys. Let's have a great show today. So now that Jerry Jones finally put some respect on Dak, right? You guys heard about the big contract, 160 mil for 4 years. Estimate like around 40 million per year for the next year with a signing bonus of 75 mil. What are you guys feeling about this? Do you guys feel that Dak deserves this? The second highest paid quarterback in the league, coming out of Dallas? Mr. Scruff Lion, how do you feel about it? Knowing that you love the NFC East, I'm damn sure love you some Dallas sometimes.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I think you're going to be surprised by my take, but I think it was a good move. You know, I think the numbers are staggering. When you look at the contract, I mean, it's easy to see that the numbers are staggering because of the amount of front-loaded guaranteed money, right? So you got a nice chunky signing bonus, and he's getting like upwards of, I believe, like 75 mil in the first year, which is nuts. But it actually makes a lot of sense from a salary cap perspective, and I'll break down why. For Dallas, man, they're in a run right now to go all in right now with the team they have, right? Dak's got loaded receivers. He's got a pretty, you know, the window in their eyes is right now. So they front load that contract, and you got basically what it is it's an extended franchise tag, in my opinion. So you got to give him his money. He's got 2 years basically to make things work. The guaranteed money is up front in the first 2 years. Beyond that, I could see him getting cut beyond those next 2 years. If things don't work out, he could be looking like Jimmy Garoppolo right now, looking like a cap casualty and an overpaid quarterback. But for right now, hey, you want to go all in? You want to make a run? Hey, pay your quarterback, make him feel good, man. And the contract that they got, he's going to be feeling really good for the first 2 years. So, hey, I say if you want to load the cap up on the front, I think it was a good move by ownership. And hey, pay the quarterback, pay that man, bro. If it doesn't work out, you can cut bait with him later. But you know, by front loading the contract, you're basically all in on the run right now, and you give yourself flexibility for the latter 2 years of the contract. So I think it was a good move by Dallas.
T, I see you making little faces remark, man. How do you feel about Dak and the Jimmy G comparison?
Yeah, man, I appreciate the little shot there, man. Jimmy G only making 26 million, man. That's a fair deal for a guy like Jimmy G. Super Bowl quarterback. Didn't win it, but he got there. But the Dak contract, man, it's kind of interesting, man. Normally you see a guy get hurt and it hurts his stock. This time you see a guy get hurt and looks like he proved to be more valuable. And when it comes to contracts, I feel like sometimes it's not your value to the league or, you know what I'm saying, the league baseline. It's your value to that team. And Dak proved to be really, really valuable. I mean, they were 4 games into the season when they lost him. They were 1-3, but He had 1,700 yards, man. He was on pace to throw for like something crazy, 6,000 yards or something. Something that's never been seen, especially coming off a season that he was at 4,900. So, I mean, the numbers say you should probably pay this guy. It just shows you the premium that people are willing to pay to have that quarterback. I also feel like the Cowboys learned from the Washington football team when they franchised Kirk so many times and got nothing from it. So, if you think you have a guy, lock him up. And that's what they did. They front loaded it, like Scruff said. They can get out of it after 2 years. I think it's a fair deal on both sides. And Dak's contract, it won't look like a whole lot in the next upcoming years, man. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen just won. That was a win for the young guys right there.
Hey, Bryce, how do you feel about this?
I think T made some good points there. But I do think Dallas dropped the ball a little bit because they could have had Dak for way less than they ended up signing him for. I mean, Dak wanted to re-sign last year. He wanted to re-sign the year before. But Jerry Jones just didn't want. He didn't believe in him. They wanted to make Dak prove it. Even after he threw for nearly 5,000 yards, they still had something to prove. It wasn't until they saw Ben DiNucci and whoever else they put out there last season that they were convinced that Dak, had to come back. I mean, at this point, the team is built around Dak, and like Scruff said, I mean, they're in prime position, at least on offense, to make a run. The only issue that I see with the Cowboys right now is just that they only have offense, and they're going to have to sacrifice defense because they've invested so much on the offensive side of the ball, not only in the offensive line, but now in Dak Prescott and, of course, Ezekiel Elliott's contract. Let's not forget they inked Amari Cooper to a 5-year, $100 million contract last season too. So you talk about a team now that can score with anybody, but will they be able to defend to actually go on a run? Probably not. I know they brought in Dan Quinn. That's a hell of a coordinator. But I just don't see them really being a contender based off the fact that they've got to pay so much on the offensive side of the ball. I think back to those Indianapolis Colts days where Bill Polian, who is one of the better GMs of all time, but he had at one point he had 80% of his cap spent on offense, right? And we saw how it went for Peyton Manning. He only won one Super Bowl, and Peyton Manning was one of the best quarterbacks of all time. If they would have loaded up that defense as much as they loaded up that offense, maybe we would have saw Peyton in a few more. I think that's going to really hinder the Cowboys, man. They invested too much on the offensive side of the ball. They're neglecting the defense. I'm curious to see how that's going to work out for them.
Well, I gotta disagree with that because they're coming from the NFC least. Like, who's really gonna stop them? I'm a Giants fan. This is Danny Dimes here to make it. You got the Eagles. They're in restructuring. They're trying to rebuild again as fast as possible. And then they got you guys, man. You guys don't even have a quarterback yet. I mean, your defense is elite. To the Washington football team, you guys are elite defense, but like defense can only take you guys so far without no offense. I think Dak is a major sign. We saw what Andy Dalton. We all thought prior to the season that Andy Dalton was the number one backup quarterback. Got the position to play quarterback and just stanked up the joint. Didn't do nothing. Made CeeDee Lamb look like a bust. He made that whole team look washed. You saw Ezekiel Elliott can't even get past, couldn't even run the game. So now I don't know. I think with Dak in there, they finally signed it. I think Dak has to show all out, which he is in our weak division. And I think the Cowboys go on to be 11-6 this year. Or is it 11-7? Because there's another game this year, right?
11-6. You're right.
11-6, right? Because we still haven't added that another game that they're talking about yet, right?
No, that's 17.
Not
That's
yet.
17. That's
It starts this year. I don't like the sound of that though.
Right, another game. But I personally think Dallas is 11-7 year, 11-6 team this year.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
I can see it happening, but then you got to start asking yourself, like, because now Dak Prescott he's the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL. I mean, T brought up Jimmy G, $26 million. He's right around maybe 16, 17 quarterback. So $26 million is not too outrageous, I guess. When you talk about $40 million, and you're not the second best quarterback, in my opinion, like where do y'all think that kind of ranks, based off that contract?
Top 5.
Top 5 quarterback in the league right now?
Yeah, because him and Deshaun Watson are the same level quarterback. They haven't made it to the Super Bowl.
Come
Neither
on,
of them.
Dak and Deshaun are not the same level, bro.
You tripping,
Put some
bro.
respect.
Yes, they are. Bro, Deshaun Watson, without his one receiver, look how bad he played. Well, he played offensively. The yards were there, but the team was just as bad. Look
I was
what
going to say,
look
Deshaun
what
Watson led the
happened.
league in hella categories, man.
No,
saying.
I think I know. G, I think I know what you're saying, man. Like Deshaun Watson and Dak both have the ability to light it up. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't always translate into wins.
They're stat quarterbacks. They're amazing stat quarterbacks.
Nah.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
like I said,
Exactly.
Dak threw for
Go ahead,
almost
T, my bad.
1,700 yards in 4 games, and
Wait,
it amounted to one win.
But are we
One win
forgetting?
left.
Are we forgetting that Deshaun Watson had the Texans knocking at the door of the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game? Are we just going to pretend that didn't happen?
I'm not
I've never
making that
seen
point.
Dak. I've never seen
But
Dak make
I
that
see
type
what
of
he was
run,
saying.
man. Yeah, I've never
see
seen
what
Dak make that type of run. I feel like Dak's more in like I think he's top 10, but I would say he's more in that 8 to 10 range, 7 to 10 range versus top 5. I just don't see it. And Deshaun Watson to me is shoulders above Dak. I mean, Deshaun Watson can put a team on his back by himself, in my opinion. I don't know if Dak's necessarily worth that contract when we start looking at the quarterback rankings. I mean, based off what he's done production-wise, you got to pay the man. It's what the market dictates. But when we talking about ranking the quarterbacks, I got Dak outside looking in on that top 5 for sure.
I mean, again, like I said, man, it's not about what you are worth, you know what I'm saying, according to the other quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're worth to Dallas. He's their number 1 quarterback. They don't have another option. They can't draft a guy, you know what I'm saying, like, and start over. That was their best play. That was that. I mean, they know what they're going to get out of Dak. They obviously think he's going to recover from that injury. I can still see them drafting a quarterback late, maybe 5th round, 6th round, just kind of as an insurance policy. But he's worth that to the Cowboys. But he's definitely not a top 5 quarterback. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't win enough.
So who's your top 5? Who's the top 5? Who's you two of you fellas? Who's your top 5?
I mean, I put Dak Prescott in my top 10. He's firmly in my top 10. We talking top 5. He's not in the top tier quarterbacks. Top 5, top 10, whatever. Let's talk tiers. Top tier quarterbacks: Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson. Yeah, you can even say like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
You gotta say Tom Brady. It's no question.
You can't. Yeah.
Right. Josh Allen. Josh Allen maybe is right there. That's kind of where it's at. Maybe he's the beginning of the second tier, right? Whatever. But you got guys like Josh Allen. You got guys like Russell Wilson. I put him in the top tier. But he's like below that. Dak Prescott's right up there with guys like, Matt Ryan. I'd say he's about as good as Matt Ryan. I'd say he's about as good as Matt Stafford. I'd say he's a little bit better than Matt Stafford, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, those kind of guys. So that puts him in the top 10, but doesn't put him in the top 5. Now, he got paid, but the thing is the timing of the contract. It's like you guys said. They could have paid him already. Could have paid him 2 years ago, and it wouldn't look so bad. It's just like Jimmy G's contract, right? At that time, he was one of the higher paid quarterbacks at that time. It was a good contract, $26 million. It was a big contract at the time. You see how quickly the inflation of the quarterback market goes. So just because he's the second highest paid quarterback does not mean he's the second best quarterback. And comparing him to Deshaun Watson is blasphemous.
It's the same kind of player.
Yeah, they're quarterbacks. So I guess he's the same kind of player as Cam Newton, Daniel Jones. Yeah, they're all the same. They're quarterbacks. They're the same type player. Yeah. How were they the same type player, bro? Like I don't see it. Like Deshaun Watson led the league in passing yards last year.
Yeah, I think he's saying they're big numbers guys, but that hasn't always translated to, a lot of success. Deshaun obviously has gone further than Dak. I wouldn't compare them, but I kind of understand the spirit of what he's saying.
I mean, yeah, Dak did put up big numbers. I mean, like we said, that 5,000-yard season, that's the moment where he proved to me that he was legit. So I don't want to start just raining on Dak too hard, but he did have the perfect storm, man. Even in that 5,000 season, had an elite offensive line. They had an elite running game for most of Dak's career in Dallas. I don't know, man. I don't know if you can just put it all on Dak's shoulders if he can get it done. I don't know if he puts up big numbers without, certain things around him. Some quarterbacks, don't matter what they got around them, they're going to put up the numbers. I'm not sure if Dak's that guy. But in Dallas, I don't think he has to be. I mean, you got Amari Cooper, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got Michael Gallup. you got Ezekiel Elliott, you got weapons. So all Dak really has to come in and do is just distribute to those guys, short passes. Doesn't have to throw a whole lot of bombs. Doesn't have to make a whole lot of challenging throws. I mean, get him out in space, get him out on the run. Dak's gonna make plays. I think the Cowboys. I'm honestly, to be honest, I mean, I gotta give the Cowboys some kudos because I didn't think they were gonna get this deal done. I thought Dak was gonna walk in free agency. I was almost sure it wasn't gonna happen. So I do got to give Jerry Jones and crew some credit. Although it was way too late. I mean, they paying him $42 million a year. They could have got this guy at. I mean, they could have been paying him 26. They could have been paying him a Jimmy G deal, but they fumbled the bag on that.
Yeah, he was looking at like a $32 million figure about a season ago. So yeah, he definitely upped his value in that time, and he cashed out big time. So
what does that mean for the next group of guys that have to get paid? Baker, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Like, what type of numbers are we going to see out of them?
Oh, yeah.
Lamar's the only one that I'm more worried about. Out of all of them, Lamar Jackson's the only one because he won MVP. He got into the conference finals. And Lamar is the only one is where you're going to pay the most out of Allen and Baker. Unless Baker gets them to the AFC Championship, only if Baker does that and wins the North, Baker gets a big contract from the Browns.
Yeah, did Deshaun Watson get his new deal yet?
Yes, he's getting paid 30, 32 or 35, right, a year?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bargain.
Yeah, they already got Deshaun out the way. He took his early. He took his around the same time Dak was supposed to get his. Just the Texans believed in Deshaun a little bit earlier. I don't know though, man. It's going to be tough for these young guys coming up. Like these teams are going to have to really shell out cash for these quarterbacks, man. If you got any sort of elite stats, you got any sort of resume, you about to get paid. I mean, the market now is $40 million. That's the going rate. $40 million for your quarterback. If he's even sniffing that top 10, he's getting $40 million. I mean, I expect Lamar Jackson to reset the market once again. And I mean, Pat Mahomes just did it, but I expect one of these young guys out of Jackson, Allen. I don't know if I can throw Baker in there yet, but I mean, we're even gonna have Kyler Murray coming up soon. Out of those three guys, someone's gonna reset that quarterback market. Pretty soon, Pat Mahomes' contract will not be the richest quarterback contract anymore.
I think Baker's got a good chance to make some big money.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see Lamar Jackson's agent or even Josh Allen's agent being able to walk in the door and say, my guy deserves to be paid more than Mahomes. You can make a case for Dak, but how do you make a real case for Mahomes, man? Like he's done it. He's there. He's got the Super Bowl. He's been back. He fought. He battled Brady. Even if these guys win, they would have to get to the bowl for me to say you're worth more than Mahomes.
No, I feel you on that, and I agree with that. But I just feel like that's not how the market works. The market isn't on fair value. If the market was based on fair value, Dak wouldn't be the second highest paid quarterback. The market is based on resetting the market constantly. I mean, the negotiation table, you look at whoever the highest paid is, and when it's your turn, you go a couple million higher than that. And I think Lamar gonna set it. And I personally think Lamar deserves it. I know some of us here in this panel, T Boogie, aren't too high on Lamar Jackson, but I feel like Lamar Jackson is a baller, man. Like Gerardo said, MVP of the league. He's gonna command that bag, bro.
More than Deshaun Watson. I think he gets paid 30, 40, 45 at most. Maybe 42.
T makes a really good point. And I think what's interesting about this is that because Patrick Mahomes signed such a long deal, I think he may, in a way, kind of keep the market at bay to a certain extent because I think he's head and shoulders above the rest of the league, in my opinion. People may think differently, but I think he's head and shoulders above the rest of the league. So it's like because he's the head and shoulders of the rest of the league, I don't think you can justify someone leapfrogging Patrick. So maybe they'll leapfrog Dak, but there's going to be that barrier. And I don't think that it's justified to go over the Patrick Mahomes number, at least for a couple years, until maybe Patrick Mahomes himself needs to get a new deal.
But the Patrick Mahomes number and the Dak number is not too far off. Like, what's the AAV on Pat? What is Pat getting per year? 45? I mean,
40.
Dak Dak getting 42. If you're gonna leapfrog Dak, you basically tying Mahomes. So it's over, bro. It's over. We about to get a $50 million quarterback. Remember, I told y'all. Remember this. Remember back when I said $1 billion contract is coming. $500,000 is coming. It's on the way. Just wait for it. $500,000 is coming.
It's gonna be more about guaranteed money. I think at this point it's gonna be who gets more guaranteed money. Because you can't. It's like how can you justify another Patrick Mahomes kind of deal? You can't. None of these guys can. None of these guys been to the bowl back to back, and none of them were MVP as a first year starter. Yeah. So like the Patrick Mahomes, you can't compare. None of those guys can compare. The only thing is about how much guaranteed money can these guys really try to get.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
From here on out, it's gonna be from here on out, it's nothing but what more guarantee can you get? Like I could see Lamar Jackson getting himself $100 million guaranteed.
Yeah, I can see it too, man. But that's a great point, man. That's really what it comes down to in the NFL. Their contract is structured so much differently than most other sports. You don't even got to look at the big number. Just look at the guaranteed money, and that really tells you what it's all about.
But didn't that get almost like 120 plus guaranteed? That's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Within 2 years, isn't it? Over 2 years?
Yeah, they got it. They're going to be paying them, I think, $75 million alone in the first season. Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Dak, man. Shout out to Dak's agent. I know his agent just sitting pretty right now.
Yeah, it's a nice little cash out for the agent.
Because think about it, right?
Doubt, man.
Wasn't last year franchise tag of what, 32 or 31?
I think it was 32.
Last year when Dak played, right, it was 31 or 32. So basically, he already got a guarantee $100 million within the first two, within last season alone and this season. He just pulled a better Alex Smith. No, I mean a Kirk Cousins. There you go.
Yeah, no, I mean I ain't mad at him. He did the best thing he could do, and he got that franchise tag too, which is a nice chunk of change. So he's stacking them up over these next 3 years. You about to get right.
Man, that's why foresight as a general manager is so important, man. If you can't see the future, like it's crazy they didn't see. Like we could all see that what Dak's trajectory was. Like if I was Jerry Jones, I would have been paid Dak. Like the fact that they couldn't see that, the fact they made that man keep going out and proving it. Not only did they make him keep going out and proving it, they made him go out and prove it so many times the man got hurt, and they still had to bite the bullet. And pay the man. It's crazy. But huge mistake on the Cowboys' part in that. If you're looking at the bottom line, huge mistake because they could really be building that defense this offseason. They would have paid Dak 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
So from here on out, right? How many NFC least titles he's gonna win? The Cowboys.
They ain't winning it this season.
Within that 4, I think. Hey, within that 4, he's gonna get 2.
I say within that 4, I don't think see 4 years of that contract, so I'll say he'll get 1.
Without you guys being biased, come on, you guys, both of you guys on top, without being biased. Come on now, let's be.
Bro, let's put it like this. There hasn't been
sounds the most honest one out of all of us.
We know this, right? There hasn't been a repeat winner in the NFC East for like 20 years, right? Correct. I don't expect him to win. I don't expect him to be a repeat. So just like it is every single year in the NFC East, it's going to be a new winner, just like it is every single season. So I'm going to ask
the question in depth.
Come back, G. R.I.P. my man. Free my man G, bro. Free my man G. There he is. G, what up, man? You here to stay, G?
I'm here to stay. It's the internet, man. I almost forgot to pay the internet. But like I said, guys, let's be realistic. T is the closest one. Like, you guys don't think out of these next 4 years he doesn't win at least twice?
Nope.
Nah, I don't see it. Especially the way the Washington football team sitting with their defense. I think the Giants, Daniel Jones, you never know what he could become. It's so much parity in the NFC East, bro. The parity is ridiculous. Every year it's a new winner, man. It's the most unpredictable division in sports. It gotta be.
Right. It's like he said, somebody new wins it every year. So 1 and 4 is what I give him. Rotates with the rest of those. That's what he got.
You can't trust top left. You can't trust top right when you're talking about the NFC. The NFC East especially. Come on, man.
I'm thinking.
Throw your W's up. Washington football team, baby.
All I'll say, all I'll say, and this isn't even on the script, but I'll say in 4 years, when we look at quarterbacks in the NFC East, Dak Prescott's not going to be the best quarterback in the NFC East in 4 years.
Who is?
Jalen Hurts.
That's a spicy take. Whoa, now that's a super spicy take, Scruff.
Bro, you first of all, you guys don't have the receivers, and you guys don't got the defense.
Okay.
And that offensive line is just as bad as Dallas. That offensive line is just as bad as Dallas and the Giants. So
we got a whole offseason ahead of us, my guy. We got 4. I said 4 years, man. We can pick up some receivers in 4 years. What do you think? We just going to sit around for 4 years, not do nothing? Come on, bro.
Y'all let go. Y'all didn't draft Justin Jeffrey, bro. Are you kidding me?
Jalen Hurts is off the Eagles in 4 years.
What?
Jalen Hurts is done with the Eagles in 4 years. I'm willing to. I'll take that to the bank.
Jalen Hurts is going to be the next Donovan McNabb. He's going to be with the Eagles for the next 7+.
Jalen Hurts is going to be the next Terrell Pryor. He's going to be catching passes sooner or later.
Stop it.
He's not Dak, man.
He's actually the next Lamar Jackson. Get it
No,
right.
Oh my goodness!
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Eagles
He's not
new
the next
coach.
Lamar Jackson. Stop.
Whatever his name is, him and Jalen Hurts will be out of there together, man. Trust
Now,
me.
the coach might not make it. Jalen's going to make it, bro.
They don't make it without
too.
each other. They don't make it without each other. So one
Right,
don't make
without-
it, they both not making it.
And the way I see it, the Eagles have the number 6 pick in the draft. We're going to walk away with either an elite wide receiver, one of the 2 best in the draft, or 3 best in the draft, because, there's 3 elite receivers in this draft. Or they're going to end up with the top left tackle in the draft, Sewell, who's a beast. That's going to help us out a lot. Or we're going to end up with an elite defensive back. It's a win-win-win-win for everybody.
Hold on, I got one more or for you, buddy. Or y'all going to draft a quarterback, and your whole prediction about Jalen Hurts is down the drain by next month. That's my prediction. Y'all going to end up drafting a quarterback. Wait for it.
That's a smoke screen, bro. Don't fall for the hype. It's a smoke screen. Smoke screen, bro. Smoke screen. That ain't about nothing. Ain't about nothing. But
You gotta remember, Bryce knew who he's talking about quarterbacks, man. Look at this quarterback he drafted during Danny Jones era, right, Bryce? What's his name? He don't play for you guys no more, right?
Hey. We don't talk about players that are no longer employed by the Washington football team. Right? I only talk about who I got in house. I got my guy Heineke. Let's get it.
All right, so now let's move on to the NBA. Now some spicy news over the All-Star weekend. Well, after the All-Star weekend, we got Blake Griffin joining the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets. Do you guys think that the Brooklyn Nets are officially the favorite team to come out the NBA and win it this year? Bryce, let me know.
Oh man, they were to me, they were the favorite before that trade. I was having this conversation with Scruff off the air, and Scruff was trying to convince me, that the Sixers' well-roundedness was enough to take out the Nets. I had to give him a dose of reality. There's no way possible that the Sixers could take out the Nets. When you got 3 guys that are in the top 5, 3 guys that are okay, maybe not. You got 2 guys that are top 5 NBA players to me in Harden and KD, right? Then you got another guy in Kyrie who's a top 10 NBA player, depending on how you rank him, and a lot of people's rankings, he's going to be a top 10, maybe a top 5 offensive player in the NBA. Bro, that's too much firepower for any team to handle. Now, when I first saw Blake Griffin was headed to the Nets, it didn't really move the needle for me much. I was just like, whatever. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, man, it gave me shades of when Ray Allen joined the Heat. You know what I mean? Like, they already had Bosh, Wade, and LeBron, of course. But once they got Ray Allen, it was just like that little bit extra just kind of took them all the way over the hump. And I feel like, Blake Griffin could possibly be that player. Is he in his prime still? No, but neither was Ray Allen. Now, Blake could be just enough to just give them that extra firepower where it's just like completely unstoppable, man. I really can't wait to see it. We'll see if Blake still got some juice in the knees. I got a feeling his athleticism is a wrap, but he's transitioned his game into a little bit more of a perimeter guy. Got a little handle now. I think he can fit right in with KD, Kyrie, and especially when you talk about James Harden, who's become one of the best facilitators in the game, if not the best facilitator in the game. I think it's a super bright future for the Nets. To me, they're a shoo-in to go to the finals.
Yo, is there a sale? Is there a sale going on right now? Are they selling Audacity in bulk? What's going on? What's going on? My bad, T. Did you just compare Blake Griffin to Ray Allen? Are you serious,
Yeah,
bro?
I compared Blake Griffin right now to Ray Allen when he went to the Heat. When Ray Allen went to the Heat, he was 36 years old. Did you hear my breakdown? It's an old Ray Allen. It's an old Blake Griffin. Like it's very comparable to me. I don't know how many.
Nah. Because what you're not thinking about is physics. All right. Let me take y'all to school real quick. You know what I'm saying? Shooters is gonna shoot, bro. Shooters gonna shoot, bro. Shooters gonna shoot. If you got the stroke, you got the stroke, bro. But when your game is built on athleticism, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If you got the stroke, you got the stroke. But when your game is built on athleticism, bro, Blake Griffin's game is based on athleticism and bounce, bro. That is depleted. It has depleted, bro. They said he hasn't dunked all year. I seen some highlights of him dunking. That's a whole nother story. I don't know where his juice in his leg seems to come back now. He's got a little spring in his step since he signed with Brooklyn. But that's another story. But it's not an over the top move. It doesn't put him over the top. They were already the favorites to win the East. So does Blake Griffin make them the favorite to win the East? No. They were already the favorite to win the East. So that's fine. But Blake Griffin's not even the right piece. He doesn't even fit. You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? Blake Griffin, right? So what do the Nets need? I've been saying it the whole season, right? They need defense, they need rebounding, and they need some juice in the paint. Blake Griffin ain't it, dog. Blake Griffin is not a great rebounder, bro. Look at his stats throughout his career. He's at his best when he was playing 40 minutes a game. He averaged like 7 or 8 rebounds a game, bro. He's going to be coming off the bench. He's going to be a backup 5, a small ball 5. He doesn't play defense that well. He doesn't rebound that well, and he barely got lift left. Now, what his most premier asset of his game is his 3-point shooting, and bro, they didn't need that. So, I don't see it as a good move. They needed a guy like Andre Drummond. They would have picked up a guy like Andre Drummond, then that would have been a different story. Blake Griffin is just a name, bro. It's just a name. Ray Allen, at that age when he joined the Heat, he made one of the clutchest shots of all time. You know what I'm saying? He is a shooter. You can put him in the spot. I think you could put Ray Allen on a team right now and he could hit a clutch bucket for you. But Blake Griffin, with the loss of athleticism, Blake Griffin now is basically like what his brother was when he came out. So he's not Blake Griffin no more. He's like Taylor Griffin. You feel me? This is like watered down Blake Griffin. This is past his prime Blake Griffin, bro. This ain't nothing too crazy. It's not a move that moves the needle. Bro, it's not a good move. He will get abused with the rest of their big men, and the offense is going to carry them. So adding another offensive guy just doesn't put them over the top to me. They were already good. So it's just another name, another ring chaser. This is a guy over here trying to get a late ring. Congrats, Blake. Finish the league.
It sounds like a bitter Sixers fan. Super bitter. I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm sorry, bro. Come on now, bro. You really think that Blake Griffin's will make a difference, bro, in crunch time?
No.
Defensively?
No.
Yes.
Go ahead, T. Let me know how you feel about this, T, because give me some reason. Give me something.
I mean, you're adding a 6-time All-Star. I don't care how you slice that. That helps. 6-time All-Star. DeAndre Jordan is an All-Star. You got 5 All-Stars on the roster now. You potentially at all times in the game, you can have 2 All-Stars. Maybe he's not a current All-Star, a current or former All-Star. At the entire game, you can have at least 2 on the floor at the same time. And it gives them perfect versatility because you're not going to play DeAndre Jordan the entire game because he's a true big man. He's an old school guy. You can play small ball Blake. It gives you the ability to match up because maybe you can match up with a smaller team with DeAndre Jordan and you got to throw in Jeff Green. You cannot tell me that Blake Griffin isn't better than Jeff Green at the 5. You can't tell me that Blake Griffin isn't better than Jeff Green at the 4. Blake Griffin is shooting over 40% from 3 when open this season. I mean, you're playing with the team that's going to create the most open looks for the other guys. He's officially one of the other guys. Are you telling me you rather Harden kick it out to Jeff Green and Blake Griffin? No.
That's the problem. I'm talking about offense only, bro.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, you still got to stop him.
That.
If defense wins games, right, what defense can stop him?
Hey, since we're counting former All-Star appearances, let's talk about Dwight Howard. He's an 8-time All-Star. And he's on the Sixers bench, and he actually plays defense.
I knew you was going to bring it back to the Sixers. Hey.
Dwight Howard is a much better piece than Blake Griffin. Are you talking about a backup center? Who's more valuable?
For the Sixers, maybe. Before the
Bro,
Nets,
if the Nets had Dwight Howard, they would certainly be the favorite to win the championship
they're
instead of
already
Blake
the
Griffin.
favorite. They're the favorite right now. They were the favorite
Good.
before Blake Griffin. They were the favorite because they got three of the best players in NBA history on the same roster. You add Blake Griffin into that, like T said, 6-time All-Star, a guy who's gonna come in and find his footing. He's gonna come in and he's gonna look right at home with the Nets. If you think otherwise, you're sadly mistaken. Think about it like this, man. Not only is he coming as a 6-time All-Star, he's coming in to play next to a guy that he had the best years of his career with in DeAndre Jordan. So you think DeAndre Jordan didn't tell him, like, bro, you're going to fit perfectly here. Do you not remember what it looked like when Blake and DeAndre were on the court at the same time? Because I remember that. I remember it very vividly. They called it Lob City. I'm not going to say it's going to be Lob City anymore, but trust me, once they get back, they're going to have that same chemistry, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Like at first, I really was thinking like Scruff at first. I was like, Blake Griffin, he ain't really much now. But the more and more I thought about it, the more and more I realized, like, once you get around certain level of players, and the spotlight's not on you at all, you're gonna look so much better. Blake Griffin's coming from Detroit. The spotlight was on him in Detroit, and honestly, his first couple years in Detroit, he balled out, and that was just in 2018, 2019. So, like, now he has no spotlight on him. He's going to have a ton of room to operate because everybody's worried about Harden, KD, Kyrie. When Blake gets the ball, it's going to be like he got a whole lane, bro. We might start really seeing the old Blake Griffin. It's going to shock some people. It really is.
I mean, the crazy thing about it is you probably need 23 to 25 minutes, 15 points, 6 rebounds. I mean, stats that he's extremely capable of. I mean, how can you – I just don't understand. Vegas say they the favorite to win the chip, not the Eastern Conference Final. You know what I'm saying? Not the division, the chip, the entire thing. I'm not going against Vegas. If you really believe that the Nets aren't the right team, they aren't the best team, put your money where your mouth is, bro. You know what I'm saying? You like to gamble, you like to invest. Bet on the Sixers or bet on the Lakers.
I will.
You're
Blake
going against the
Lakers.
bookie.
No,
Why did Blake go
to
to the Nets? He could have went anywhere. Detroit's paying him right now, $36 million. They bought him out. He could have went anywhere. He could have went to the Clippers. Why did he go to the Nets?
It was the easiest route to a championship. It was it.
All right. Thank you. That's all we did. Right. That's the
but who we
easiest
talking
path to a championship.
Yeah, but it's not because Blake Griffin is good. It's because the Nets are good already.
So why do you think why do you think the Nets wanted Blake Griffin? If they're already so great,
I don't know.
Why do you think they wanted Blake Griffin? Because it makes them better. That's why.
Well, I guess when you have no interior presence at all, I guess adding a guy that's 6'9" or whatever with some solid mass to him, it helps. But there's so many better players in the league right now. Blake Griffin's washed up. He was averaging about 12 points, 5 rebounds, and about 30 minutes per game this season. Now he's going to have a decreased minute. He's not going to – talking about Lob City, man. Like, how many years ago was that, bro?
3 or 4.
Okay. So, yeah, 3 or 4 years ago, a lot of things were very different in the world. You know? I don't think Blake Griffin's got it no more, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm happy for him. I think he has a good chance to win. I think they do have a good chance to win the chip. But I'm not going to sit here and say that Blake Griffin is like some difference maker. He's not. I mean, he's about as good as any backup center in the league. He's worse than most backup centers in the league.
But the guy's only 31. This isn't Karl Malone and Gary Payton going to the Lakers in their twilight. Blake Griffin is 31. This might not be jump over a Kia, Blake, but bro, can you jump over a motorcycle? We can work with you. We can work with you. You jump over Ducati, a Ninja Jixon, we can work with you.
Man, he could probably barely jump over a freaking a tricycle, man.
Disrespect.
So the last time Blake Griffin dunked the ball was in 2019 in December. So it's been like a good time. But let's talk about the
last time I went to the club was in 2019. But I guarantee you when the streets open up out there, I guarantee you I'm back. I guarantee you.
Hit him with the shimmy, baby. My boy. But let's talk about the Nets defense. I know they were just not too long ago ranked the bottom defense, and now they're between 12 and 17 right now, I believe. Did it get any better?
Definitely, man. I was talking to Scruff about this offline again, man. A lot of teams in the East started out hot, namely the Sixers. You know what I mean? They started out super hot. The Nets started off slow. People were questioning how great the Nets were going to be. And guess what they are in their last 10? 9-1 in their last 10. You know what I expect? I expect another 9-1 in their next 10. Honestly, I expect the Nets to start running off games so much that they pretty much run away with the conference. I honestly expect the Nets to run away with the conference. And adding Blake Griffin just increases that. Now, their defense is always going to be their, that's always going to be the worst side of the ball for them is defense. That's because they're so great on offense, right? They're not going to be as good on defense as they are on offense. But when you're that good on offense, defense don't matter that much, fellas. It just don't.
Oh, hey, look, man. The thing about defense is, and my boy Chris Holt, man, my boy Scribble, he would agree. He know. Bryce know. We just hoop Saturday, man. Defense is a mentality. It's not about size. You know what I'm saying? Don't come down to skill. It's about want and effort. Do you want to play defense? Do you want to not get scored on? You know what I'm saying? How much do you not want to lose? And you got guys ring chasing. They have the ability to lock up. I mean, you don't traditionally think of them individually, except maybe KD and Jordan as defenders. But those guys, I guarantee you, man, playoff time, crunch time, they're going to be playing their ass off on the defensive end of the ball. And great defense only leads to offense. So, I mean, we really looking at who's coming out of the West to play them because I think the Nets got it locked up at this point.
Man, defense wins championships, man. Y'all make me sick. Y'all make me sick.
See, since I don't want to ask Scruff about this, you're a Bucks fan. Do you think the Bucks have a fighting chance? At least give them not even one game?
They can get one. You can get one. You can get one on most teams. You know what I'm saying? You can get one, but Giannis,
how about no
Holiday? No,
so go ahead. So the Nets' only weakness right now is to help the KD. Even without the possibility KD doesn't play. Do the Sixers or the Bucks got a chance?
The Bucks don't have a chance. The Nets' biggest weakness is Steve Nash. I mean, the guy. If you want to be honest with it, the Nets' biggest weakness is Steve Nash. I feel like they could put one of us on that bench, and that team still would have went 9-1. Like he doesn't have to do much, man. Harden is running the team. You think Harden is learning from Steve Nash? We've seen Harden do this in Houston. Like he's just decided I'm going to facilitate more and score less because I don't have to. That's not Steve Nash. And that's their biggest weakness, man. When the playoffs come and coaching matters, that's the only thing that could, you know what I'm saying, mess the team up. Bad rotations, leaving guys in that are in foul trouble, you know what I'm saying, getting guys gassed early in series, but not the talent. The talent, the team, the chemistry, they look to be playing well together, that should win it all. It's just, what can Nash do with that? Can you know what I'm saying? Can he take his game up to the next level? We got to be questioning coaches at this point.
Yeah, you make a good point, T. You talk about coaching. So I'll give you 2 points. You just set me up. So I'm gonna give you 2 reasons. I'm gonna give you 2 reasons why the Nets aren't gonna win the East. All right. I'm gonna give you 2 reasons why the Nets aren't gonna win the East. First thing is because defense wins championships, homie. And then also another thing is coaching in the playoffs is very important. And they don't have they're coaching. Steve Nash, we can agree that sometimes he looks very lost out there. He's a first-year head coach. I'm hoping the best for him, but I don't feel good about Steve Nash as the head coach. I don't feel good about Mike D'Antoni as the assistant coach. I don't feel good about James Harden running the offense in the playoffs because all 3 of those guys have one thing in common.
Hold on, buddy.
They be choking in the playoffs, man.
Trying to get us canceled.
They be choking in the playoffs, man. James Harden, what does he do in the playoffs? He be disappearing, Houdini, just like Steve Nash, just like Mike D'Antoni. It's a nice got a nice lineage of losers across the board that don't know how to win. But what you do got in Philly, you got Doc Rivers, baby, a real coach, man, a real coach, a real coaching staff, bro. And we know coaching makes a huge difference. And I look at the Raptors, right? They went from being like a team that was like kind of like a really good regular season team that couldn't get it done in the postseason. Switch coaches. What they do? Got a chip. Feel me? Now what the Sixers do? They got a new coach. What are they? The number 1 team in the East, right? I think coaching matters. I think defense matters, and I think you guys are overlooking 2 very important parts of the game, bro.
Nobody's overlooking that. Everyone on this panel will admit that coaching and defense matters. But you know when it doesn't matter? When you have two of the top 5 players in the NBA on your team. You know what matters then? It matters how many of those guys you got. They got KD, they got Harden. That's all they need, bro. That's all they need. Somehow I knew you were going to bring this back to Doc Rivers. But one thing I will say, there's only one man in this entire NBA that could possibly change the outcome of the Nets winning an NBA championship. And that man's name is LeBron James. LeBron James with a healthy Anthony Davis, I could see them giving the Nets a run for their money, man. That's the only situation that I see the Nets losing the chip is if LeBron and a healthy AD come to play for 7 games straight and get them boys in the 7th game. Other than that, man, it's not happening. It's not happening. Hey, if you want to take the field, Scruff, in the Eastern Conference, I'll give you the entire field, and I'll take the Nets. We can put a dub on that right now.
All right, bet. Shake on it.
T, our Gas Sports bookie, can you write that down, please, sir?
I got you. Logging it right now.
Give you the whole field in the East.
The whole field.
How generous.
I'm gonna give you the whole field. Take them all. Take them all. All I need is the Nets.
Very generous.
So, Scruff, before we go to the next topic, you got to tell me who's D'ing up who from the Sixers against the Nets.
I'll give you the whole lineup. Joel Embiid going to be playing center, and he's going to be holding down the paint. You feel me? You got so basically you got Kyrie Irving, you got James Harden, and you got Kevin Durant, right? So between those guys, we can handle that because we got Ben Simmons, we got Matisse Thybulle, and I mean Matisse Thybulle, one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. Look into it.
Which guy is he going to guard? Who's he going to guard? Who's Matisse Thybulle going to guard in the NBA in the Eastern Conference Finals? Please tell me.
Harden or Kyrie, most likely.
He's going to guard Jeff Green. That's it. He might have. That's the best luck he got. Jeff Green.
No, he's a defensive specialist. He's the closest thing I've seen to like a Bruce Bowen in this league. He's the best. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, and that's how I know you guys don't know anything about defense, and you guys just watch highlights. Because if you knew anything about defense, then you would know. He was the best. He was the best defender coming out of the draft 2 years ago. And anybody that actually knows hoops, ask any player in the NBA about Matisse Thybulle. They'll tell you that he's one of the best defenders in the NBA.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you this right now: James Harden is gonna torch Matisse Thybulle. He's gonna torch him. He's gonna average a triple-double on him. Kyrie's gonna torch him. KD's gonna torch. What are you talking about? Matisse Thybulle
average a triple-double,
bro. What are you talking about? I don't know hoops because I don't think Matisse Thybulle is gonna lock down James Harden. Are you crazy?
He doesn't have to lock him down, bro.
You're in your bag tonight.
He doesn't have to lock him down, bro. You seen what happened? Like, they didn't have to lock down anybody. The Cavaliers, that all the times that they beat the Cavaliers, who were not that good of a team, beat the Nets hella times this season already, bro. And the season's not even done yet, bro. And, like, they didn't have to stop anybody because the Nets don't stop anybody. So that's the point. You don't have to stop them. They're going to ultimately –
Who's outscoring them? How are you guys going to outscore them?
Bro, what are you talking about, bro? We got the MVP. Who's going to guard Embiid? Tell me that.
You guys don't have the MVP. Embiid's not winning MVP if the Nets keep playing the way they playing. Are you out of your mind? If Embiid's going to lose the MVP because the Nets have James Harden, KD, and it's a toss-up. You want to give it to KD, you want to give it to Harden. One of them dudes come for MVP.
I can't give it to KD.
He's stop Embiid.
You don't got to stop.
No one can.
Embiid's a baller. I'm not denying that. Embiid's going to ball out. But it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter, bro. Just have my dub hot off the press, man.
Yeah, it'll be off the press.
Can you bring us back, T, please?
Bring you back to what, man? $20 bet. Scruff got the Nets.
I got the field.
Bryce got the Nets. Scruff got the field. Scruff got everybody else, man. Like, I think that's a crazy bet. I think the Nets, that's an easy $20 for Bryce. I don't know why Matisse Thybulle, he should never be mentioned on the Gas Sports show again. I'm not sure how he made it to this show, but let's not bring that guy up again. But let's talk about some real entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if y'all caught the All-Star festivities, man. But what y'all think about the All-Star festivities in total, man? Like, did y'all catch Lil Baby out there with 2 Chainz, Jack Harlow, and Quavo? Y'all catch that 2-on-2?
Yeah.
I mean, some of the most terrible basketball you're gonna see on TV, or you know what I'm saying, just stream live. Lil Baby, man, you can't do it all, I guess. He got one of the worst jump shots ever. 2 Chainz out there looking old, washed. But Quavo and Jack Harlow did that thing. Yo, Tyler worked on that jumper. He told you. What y'all think, man? Y'all like that format? Y'all like that 2-on-2 rappers versus rappers?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it, but to read the headline, Lil Baby is not a hooper, man. Lil Baby let me down with that, bro. Like, why are you going to even accept it? Why are you going to accept the invitation and you didn't work on your jumper the whole week? If I'm accept the invitation, I'm gonna be training all week, bro. My jumper gonna be ready when it's time for prime time. My man, Lil Baby, was out there hitting nothing but backboard on free throws. And then you know what? I can't be that mad at somebody for not being nice at basketball. When my man tried to jump up and touch the net and he barely grazed the net, that's when I was hurt the most. I said, dang, man, my man can't even barely get the net, bro. Oh, that hurt me. That hurt me because look, I'm a Lil Baby fan. You know, I don't really mess with too much of the the young rappers, but Baby's one of them guys, man. Baby he just like T said the other day, man. He just be floating on the tracks, man. And I don't know, man. Seeing him hoop, I ain't gonna say it didn't take no respect away from him, but what's the word I'm looking for? That I definitely looked at him a little differently after that, bro.
The word you're looking for is prestige.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one. When I watch Lil Baby hoop, man, I said his prestige goes down from 100 to a cool 78, man. He a cool 78 prestige now.
He kept his honor. He lost a little prestige out there, man.
Hey, and I got a rule, man. I hold this rule true. If you a grown man and you can't successfully run a 5-on-5 basketball game, I instantly lose respect for you. I mean, if you can't run a 5, like, you don't gotta be nice, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be nice, but if you can't run a 5, I lose respect. One thing I did see our Lil Baby, he showed me a little bit of handle. He showed me he could participate in the 5-on-5. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't lose respect, but the prestige level definitely went down.
Did you guys see him try to stretch out with Jack Harlow having to show him how to stretch? Oh my God, yo. Oh man, that's like the highlight of that whole thing. I'm like, bro, who's in the play?
Yeah, man, it was pretty bad.
I thought that was cool though. I'd like to see more of that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe next year, more like maybe a 2-on-2 tournament. You know what I'm saying? Some guys that can actually hoop. I know Dirk could hoop. I've seen clips of him getting it in. But I thought it was a cool format. But what about the real All-Star game? Not this sideshow, man. What y'all think about the real All-Star game? I know it was a little different. The fan situation was different. It was in Atlanta. What y'all think about the jersey, the teams, the format? How y'all feel?
I loved it.
That's hilarious, bro.
That is a bar. That's it right there. I wish I would have came up with that. That's genius. That's facts, though. Yeah, he knows all about bricks. Nah, but the All-Star game, man, it was dope, man. I really enjoyed from an entertainment standpoint, man. I really enjoyed the show, like the everything leading up to the beginning of the actual All-Star game. I loved how they had the skills challenge, everything leading up all in one day. It was nice little flow of things. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. I made some money. You talk about throwing bets out there. I beat Vegas all the time, T. So I beat Vegas. I bet. I won the skills. I predicted the skills contest winner 2 years in a row. Last year I bet on Bam Adebayo, who was a major underdog, won big money. I put $10, won about 75 off of the Sabonis, because the big man always wins the skills contest, man. So I enjoyed that. Steph Curry was absolutely outrageous in the 3-point contest, and he was ridiculous in the game. So that was like one of my biggest takeaways. It was just like crazy unfair, the fact that they had Steph Curry, LeBron, and Giannis in the same team. Was crazy. And Giannis was just free as a bird out there, because he could literally just for the first time probably in his basketball career in the NBA since he's become Giannis, he's actually been able to go out there and play freely and not have to put the whole team on his back. And you could tell, man. But he'll never have that feeling again. So that's unfortunate for him. But no, it was pretty good, man. I enjoyed all parts of it. And I enjoyed the charities as well. I do feel bad for Kevin Durant's charity, the United Negro College Fund, because they're probably sitting at home like, damn, we couldn't get $1, like 4 quarters, and y'all couldn't win one? That's tough. That's tough. But it was all for a good cause, man. I liked it overall. One more thing. How you gonna not announce Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, man? Like at least give them a shout out, man. Like the dudes didn't make the All-Star team. Like, come on, man. Besides that, though, everything was good.
Hey, nah, you left off one thing, man. I didn't get your take on the dunk contest.
Oh, man, I wish they would have let me bet on that because I would have got that right too, bro. Anthony Simons, bro. I don't know if y'all follow me on Twitter, but I was talking about him a couple weeks ago. He's been rumored to potentially be he's linked to the Sixers, so that's part of the reason I was interested in him. But I actually been following Anthony Simons since he came out. He's actually a Florida product. You know, I actually got some roots in Florida. You know, I went to school in Florida for a year. I got some family out there in Florida, Apopka, Orlando area. I'm very familiar with Altamont Springs, man. I used to go to the mall there all the time, and that's where my guy's from. He's from Altamont Springs. He's a young guy. He's 21 years old. I thought he was going to win it the whole time, man. I like the Winston. I think they kind of played Winston a little bit, but Simons did a great job of he's had showmanship. You know, he put on the jersey. You know, he had showmanship, man, and I like that a lot about him. I think he's an underrated hooper, and I think he'll continue to take this and leverage it forward. But I wish they would. They don't let you bet on the dunk contest, probably because they know it's fugazi, the scorings. But you know, I think they got it right. I thought he was the right choice, so I enjoyed that a lot. But it wasn't that great, to be honest. Probably my least favorite event.
You catch any of the All-Star festivities?
Man, besides the dunk contest, I was in the bathroom, you know, handling grown folk business because I knew it was gonna be trash. No big names, no crowds, no players. You know, no Shaq moment with the camera, none of that from players. So I didn't bother to catch the dunk contest. But besides that, I got 2 things out of this All-Star. Steph Curry is a problem. Once he gets his running mate and Klay Thompson, be careful, world, because Golden State is back. Steph Curry showed me like there's levels between him and Dame Dollars. Don't get me wrong, Dame Dollar is he's the truth, but Steph, I know y'all hear this on ESPN, but y'all gonna hear it here too. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all times, period. And that's what I got to see. And number 2, and the big final thing, LeBron James needs to become a GM once he retires, or become an owner of this league, because Jesus, he knows how to construct a team.
Yeah,
that's what I got.
I don't know. I'm not gonna give him that. Maybe I'm just hating. I'm not gonna give him that. I feel like KD had to draft Kyrie, had to draft Harden. You couldn't go against, you know what I'm saying, your boys. But no, you might be on to something. We could come back to this clip if LeBron buys a team and then you manage it as well. So you might be on to something. Bryce, man, I know you caught that All-Star game.
I did. I think first takeaway is I love the dunk contest being at halftime. I think that's a great idea. I always felt like the long, drawn-out All-Star weekend can give you a little bit of All-Star fatigue. You know what I mean? You don't want that to happen. Let's get it all in one day, jam-pack it. Let's have a full day of festivities. So I love that. I thought Simons, deserved a W. I thought he deserved a W, but it wasn't a ton of creativity on his dunks. His dunks were more about, hey, I can jump higher than everybody else. Let me show you how high I can jump. You know what I mean? If I recall, he had the little court set up above the court. You know what I mean? He dunked that one, and then he jumped up and kissed the rim. It was just about how high you could jump. It wasn't too much creativity. Meanwhile, my guy Cassius Winston did a through the legs dunk, but he went through the leg that he jumped off of. You never see anybody do that. You never see anybody put the ball through the leg that they jump off of. I mean, that takes some real athletic ability, takes some real creativity as well in the air. So I thought he kind of got robbed a little bit to not be in the final. But So dunk contest is always a success to me. I love seeing guys do dunks. Now, when we talk about the game itself, I thought it was pretty entertaining. One thing that stood out to me is that there was only one mid-range jump shot taken the entire All-Star game. That is kind of wild. That's kind of wild. Everything was either a three or dunk or a layup. I mean, that just shows you where the league is going, man. The three-level scoring is pretty much going to be obsolete pretty soon, unless somebody comes and brings it back. We still got a couple guys out there that rely on the mid-range game. But hey, man, I'm banging on the table to bring back the mid-range game. Jordan became the GOAT with it. Kawhi won a championship with it. Let's not forget about the mid-range game. I think I do agree with Gerardo, man. When LeBron is all said and done for LeBron, I think he could be one of the best GMs. He's been doing it his whole career. Every stop he goes, Bama's like, T, criticize him for bringing in different guys. LeBron always brings in his guys. He always picks his teams. But, that's what makes him great. That's a part of his greatness. And I don't think he would pull a Magic Johnson and hit him with the "I ain't gonna be here." You know what I'm saying? I think he would stick around for his team if he was the GM. So I would love to see LeBron in the GM role, man. I think it's definitely something in his future down the line if you want to. Now imagine this, man. LeBron being a player, with his son, and then he transitions to being the GM of his son's team. That would be kind of wild, bro. That would be kind of wild.
Well, he's been GMing his whole life, man. He basically GM'd that Sierra Canyon team too.
I mean, that would be crazy, man. Imagine giving your son a $100 million contract. That's
awesome.
That's black excellence. I wouldn't even.
That's awesome.
But awesome. I kind of, the format was kind of interesting with everything jam packed into one day. It kind of felt like a baby Super Bowl to me. Just sit there and enjoy just a bunch of the great guys that are in the league right now. Some of the guys that are on their way out, some of the guys that are rising. I didn't think Zion showed too well. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he lost a little spring in his step. He missed a bunch of dunks, but it was cool to see those guys out there. It was cool to see Bill out there. Like you said, man, Steph looked crazy in that 3-point contest in the game. Dame shoots from half court, Steph shoots from half court. I like that little running rivalry. I don't think it exists in real life, but it definitely exists on social media. So I like that. I want to see them play in the playoffs potentially. But dunk contest was a little boring to me. Y'all keep calling my man Cassius Winston. That's the guard from Michigan State. But it's Cassius Stanley. Yeah, I think Cassius Winston. I think Winston is with the Wizards right now, to be honest with you. But that's that boy Stanley out there. He got crazy bounce. The moment looked too big for him too, man. Now I see why a guy like LeBron maybe didn't get in the dunk contest, man, because if you're not ready for that moment, it definitely showed. And
God, T, bro. T never fails, bro. How you gonna take a stab at LeBron for not being in dunk? All right, T.
Because all the other goats went to the dunk contest, so I'm still mad about that. But
it's a different era, bro. Different era.
No, LeBron from that era, he could have went to the dunk contest.
Stop it, bro. If we're gonna hold LeBron to that standard, then a guy like Zion, who's supposed to be the next big thing or whatever, Zion, everybody was going crazy over Zion last 2 years or whatever. But dude, that dude looked like he got about as much lift as Blake Griffin during the All-Star game. That didn't look too good.
I think Zion does do it though. I think Zion gives you a dunk contest within the next 2-3 years.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Like John Moran said after the scoring, it's always get it wrong. So in terms of the scoring, so John Moran said after he doesn't want to be a part of that. I don't think Zion would. I definitely wouldn't be doing it if I was the king.
I did like the fact that they had all legends being the scorers though. It was all dunk legends. So I couldn't disrespect the scoring when it's Vince Carter and what. I mean, it was all legends. If you get the best dunkers of all time to be the scorers, all dunk champions, Jason Richardson and. Bro, that's a legit scoring panel, man. Usually they got randos, and celebrities scoring the dunk contest. That should be the standard. Bring back all the dunk contest winners to be the scorers. I love that.
No, they be hating though. Spud Webb. Spud Webb was hating, bro. Spud Webb, bro. He wasn't giving 10s out for nothing. And they were giving 10s out to him for everything he did. They were the dunks that Spud Webb did were only amazing because he was short, but come on, bro. They really played my man Cassius Stanley though. That dunk was so nasty. He made it look so effortless that people actually didn't even notice how crazy it was.
Yeah, I mean, I just hate the guy that just looks unprepared, man. Like, I hate the guy that misses the dunk and then misses the same dunk 5 times, but I also don't like the guy that misses the dunk, changes it up, misses that, changes it up, throws the oop. It's a bad oop, changes it up, runs out of time, has to just put the ball in. Like, I mean, I feel like if you're in a dunk contest, man, you got to come with what you know. You got to come with your real bag, not just freestyle like, hey, I could jump. I feel like Cassius could have took it a little more serious. So, dunk contest is always going to be that the worst out of the events. But halftime is right on the money. That's the perfect spot. Oh, and my man Common, whoever Common agent is, man, that's who I need, bro. Like, how's Common on every single thing? How at every All-Star game? I don't want to see him on no more NBA All-Star games, man. I thought he was done in Chicago after he rapped everybody's name all crazy. It was freestyling, mumble rapping their names. Get Common out of here, man.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. The joint he did in Chicago was tough because he made rhymes for everybody. He was like, ain't no shame in this game. LeBron James, like, yo, he was killing them with the bars on that joint. He was tough with it.
Yeah,
ain't nobody can do it.
That was kind of cool.
I don't know, man.
My man could ball. It's Chris Paul. He was killing it.
The bar's too low, man.
He was giving them nursery school rhymes, though. I ain't gonna lie.
He was killing it. He was.
Somebody was going to talk about the Steph Curry to Luka pass to Steph Curry. That's one of the best shots in the All-Star game.
Man, the joint where he pulled up from like half court was pretty nuts too. LeBron dished it out to him in the half court. That was nuts. Yeah,
man, they range is just unlimited. Steph and Dame Dollar, man, the range those fellas have is ridiculous, bro. Like, I mean, NBA 3 is it's not a close shot. If you never shot an NBA 3, try it and tell me how many you can hit out of 10. These dudes in the NBA now are making NBA 3s look like layups, man. And then when you got Steph and Dame shooting from the logo, and it's basically a mid-range shot for them. Time to change. I do love it. I do love it, man. I do love seeing the long distance shots, man. Dame Dollar is that dude, though. Every time I see Dame hit, you know what time it is, man. Like, hey, Dame is that dude, bro.
Yeah, Dame is that dude. But I say Steph Curry, man. To me, that was like the biggest takeaway for me of the whole weekend was just like Steph Curry is just so nasty, bro. He's like, it's ridiculous, and like it's like. Man, you really see what players are really ball out during the All-Star games. The guys that don't have All-Star teams at home, because then they show out in the All-Star game, they really show you who's legit. So that's the thing I think about Steph Curry. Like you said, G, he don't really have the help right now. He's balling out of his mind. And I think he does. I said a couple weeks ago in the MVP conversation, I think he's having an MVP quality of output of a season this year. And I think he's the most slept-on player in the NBA. Like, honestly, I don't know anybody that was a 6'2", 6'3" guard that literally dominated the league in the way he did. Like, dudes started teaming up, you know what I'm saying, because of him. You know what I'm saying? LeBron had to do what he had to do, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
What do you mean? Steph brought in KD to that's another episode right there. But how about Giannis getting in on the action, man? Even Giannis was banking 3-point. Bruh, the first one I was like, all right, that was an accident. But then when he banked the second one, I'm like, hold up, is he doing this on purpose? T Boogie, that might have to be Giannis' new thing, bro. If he's gonna find his long range jumper, maybe he need to bank them shots in.
I mean, bro, if you don't call banking, you hit it. You ain't mean to shoot like that. You know that. We just played some horse, and a couple of them things went off the board, and you don't call it. This shit didn't count for real.
That was a fact.
Nah. But he gonna have to find that 3-point shot, man. That's their only chance to take on a team like the Nets, man, for Giannis to be unstoppable. And right now, to beat him, you just build the wall. Don't let him to the hoop. Play half court. But if he can stretch the floor, open up the thing, shoot the 3 a little bit, they'd be all right.
Nah, facts. So let's keep it pushing, man, away from this all-star conversation. We got an interesting new little segment here, man. We've been crafting it up a little bit. And what we calling it tonight is the round robin. And we basically what we're doing in the round robin segment, we got a random topic, right? Tonight's topic is movies. So I'm going to start. I'm going to list a movie, and the person to my left, we're going counterclockwise. The person to my left will have to name a movie that's better than the movie that I listed, and the other two panelists will be the judges. So I'm gonna list a movie. Scruff's got to list a better movie. Gerardo's got to list a better movie after that. Then T Boogie's got to list a better movie.
Let's keep it going, man. Let's see how far we can get with this.
So let's get it, man. And I'm not gonna start with nothing too crazy, just so you know we can keep it. I don't want to make the game too challenging. So the first movie I'm gonna start with, man, I'm going in my bag with a funny movie just because the second one just came out. I got to go with the first one. Coming to America, the original Coming to America, man. It's a classic, bro. If you haven't seen the original Coming to America, I haven't even seen the second one yet, so, shame on me. But the original was such a classic. You got McDowell's. You got the barbershop scene. You got when my man had the little Section 8 apartment with the koozie in the joke. Hey, bro, what a movie, man. I don't know, man. That's one of my all-time classics. Scrub Lion, you're gonna have a challenge picking a better movie than that. Let's get it.
That was tough, man. That is tough. But I got one that I think is a better movie. I don't know if y'all are gonna agree. It may not got the mainstream appeal, but the real ones know. It's another Eddie Murphy movie, man, and it's Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights is definitely better than Coming to America. Harlem Nights is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. You got Richard Pryor, you got a young Eddie Murphy. Like, you really doesn't get no better than that. You got two goats in the same movie, and it's hilarious. And then you even got like so many nice pieces in that movie. They got the little light skinned Joe Shorty, who's named Jasmine Guy. She was a thing back in the day, boy. But yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. Harlem Nights, baby.
Hey, G, they put you in a tough spot, man. I thought we were starting the bar low.
Right? Well, I'm going to have to hit
Coming
him
to
with
America.
the haymakers.
Oh, he's going to say wild.
I'm going to have to do with the haymaker. I'm going to have to do Half Baked. Chappelle's first movie.
No.
You ain't beating that.
Not better than Harlem Nights.
What are you
I
talking
love
about?
Half Baked though, man. I know where G's coming from, bro. I do love Half Baked.
Half Baked has classic scene. My man saying, fuck you, hey, you're cool. Let me throw a patty at you. Bow! My man's just trying to sell dope, trying to sell some weed to get his partner out of jail for feeding a fucking horse so much food that it died. It's Dave Chappelle's first directorial movie, like his first movie. You gonna tell me that's not funnier than Harlem Nights?
You're tripping, bro.
But all right, okay, let's.
Dave Chappelle himself said that movie was horrible. He was like, "Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. We just threw that thing together right before we filmed."
And it's a fucking classic.
Because
even to this day, I watch it. Every
right,
420, that's a must watch.
Well, I'm gonna up the bar a little bit. I'm gonna go with Wedding Crashers. Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson. It's a classic. You know what I'm saying? That's a legit better than Half Baked. What you got, Brian?
It seems like we done went away from the movie edition and we're going funny movie edition. So I'm gonna stick with the category in Jeopardy style. I'm sticking with the category, funny movies. I'm going with Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood, man. Don't Be a Menace. No, Don't Be a Menace might be the funniest movie of all time to me personally, man. Remember when you had to imagine reading a bedtime story to your pops. It's so many just random moments. Like my man was putting hot sauce on Shorty's toes. Like, what is going on here, bro? Like, so much weird stuff went on in that movie, bro. I can hear it now. Next time Scruff Lion going off all crazy about Doc Rivers, I'm just gonna come out of nowhere and be like, message. So, man, every time somebody drop a gem, I'm just going, message. Don't Be a Menace, bro. Classic movie. To me, might be the funniest movie of all time.
So Don't Be a Menace is funnier than Wedding Crashers, Half Baked, Harlem Nights, and Coming to America.
Absolutely, bro. Funniest movie on the list so far. Until somebody beats it, Scruff Line is on you.
What did you say?
Oh my God!
My man just Googled funniest movies of all time and tried to do something on everybody.
I think he's slick. He's tried.
No. No. I got one. 40-Year-Old Virgin. I'm gonna throw out there. I think that's one of the funnier movies of all time. My man Steve Carell. That was pretty classic, bro. That's tough though. Tough to beat what you threw out there, Bryce. That was real tough. But 40-Year-Old Virgin, bro, is all time classic, man. It's got some funny ass scenes. That was actually the beginning of Steve Carell's takeoff in his career. So I don't know if y'all gonna feel me on that, but I think 40-Year-Old Virgin is a classic.
No. This segment has fell off the rails.
Man, I wasn't a fan when it came out, but I'm not a fan of that type of humor, man. People love it, but it's not for me.
Hey man, if you name a bad movie, you should just cut your camera off and go to bed. Like finish the show. That's how we should end it, Joy.
Jesus.
We're gonna stick with the Wayne family. I'm gonna go with Scary Movie 2. My strong hand, grab my strong hand. And then when he's it's my strong hand. Who I made it with my hands. And then you got the other episode when Wayne starts fighting the pot and then he gets rolled and smoked on. Y'all remember that scene?
Yeah.
And they're in the haunted house, and then the weed tree comes out of nowhere, grows, and then Shorty started learning how to dance at the end of it.
Nah, that's a classic. That's a classic.
Man, all right. I'm gonna reset it. Because the comedy movies done went crazy. I'm gonna reset it. I'm gonna pop it over with a different type of movie. I'm gonna go with The Town with my man Ben Affleck. They robbing armored cars. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now, there you go. Name a better movie than The Town.
Oh, if we going robbery movies, I can definitely name a better movie than The Town, although it's tough because The Town is one of my favorite movies of all time. But it seems like my man just switched to robbery movies. So I'm gonna go with Oceans. I'm gonna go with all the Oceans, man. Oceans 11, classic, bro. When you talk about those robbery movies, man, Oceans 11 went so crazy, bro. Like I can remember when they lowered my man into right over top of the vault. Hey, crazy movie, man. I like Oceans 11, 12, 13. They all classic in my opinion.
That's good, actually. I really enjoyed the Oceans movies. But I'm going to go with Inside Man. Denzel Washington, classic film. Shit, man. You talk about Denzel Washington, pretty much any movie that he's been in, for the most part, I'd say 80% of his movies are like all-time greats. So, Inside Man. Go ahead, top that, G.
Ooh. What's my Queen Latifah movie? I can't even remember the name of it. Set it off. There you go. Y'all thought. There you go. Bryce with the assist. There you go.
That was a great movie.
Queen Latifah and the girls when they start robbing up the joint.
Yeah.
All-time classic.
Set it off. But this is women history empowerment right there. Talk about women empowerment right there. Set it off.
Well, let Cleo up in there. Queen Latifah got hit with about 100 rounds.
I think Jesus got that round of the robbery movies. Set it off went crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if I can top that, man. I mean, I know, a little older
Dead Presidents?
Couple. Which one?
Dead Presidents?
Dead Presidents. Look, to me, Dead Presidents isn't a heist movie because the heist scene is like all of 50 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like they spend more time in the beginning in Vietnam than they did doing the actual heist. But I can see Dead Presidents. It's not better than Set It Off, but it's up there. It's up there.
I know it's not a movie, but Money Heist was a hell of a robbery joint. Money Heist on Netflix.
Yeah, I ain't finished it, but it did start off strong. It didn't keep me drawn in, but those first few episodes was pretty lit.
It gets even better after that. Yeah.
If you ain't seen Money Heist, man, watch it. That's a good one, man. Spanish heist flick. What are they robbing the first season? They robbing with the Mint, the Spanish Mint.
Yep.
No, that's a good one if you ain't seen it. If you have nothing else to watch, I do suggest that one, man. That's a good one.
Shorty Nairobi, that's my favorite character. She was a G.
Go ahead, T.
Go ahead, Bryce. Go ahead.
Now I was just gonna say, man, I think this round robin segment is here to stay, man. I like how it goes. I feel like there's a lot of different ways we can implement this. So if anybody is watching the round robin segment and you got some ideas for a round robin down the line, throw some topics at us, man, because we definitely gonna come back. I think next time we do the round robin, we're gonna go with classic teams, man, all-time classic teams from different eras and stuff like that. Round robin is here to stay. I like it.
Yeah, it was cool.
Do we count? Is Training Day a Robin movie?
Nah.
No.
I know what you mean.
Remember-
I know why you. I see why you would call it that. But
He did rob the Russians, but we didn't get to see when he did it.
That's a dirty cop movie. That's a whole nother genre. That's a whole nother subgenre. Is the dirty cop movies for real? That's a good one though.
Okay.
It might be the best dirty cop movie. There's a couple good ones though.
Nah, Denzel was just in another dirty cop movie. It was terrible. I forgot the name of it. I think it's on HBO.
The little things.
The Little Things. Don't watch it. All the little things about it are terrible. Don't watch it. My man Denzel got picked better roles out here, man. Just go back to Equalizer.
Oh shit.
Yo, random another dirty cop movie that I would throw there as an honorable mention. Brooklyn's Finest. I don't know if y'all ever seen that with Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Pretty good flick. I think is Wesley Snipes in that too?
Yeah, man. That's kind of my beef with Coming to America too, man. I know, Bryce, you mentioned it earlier. I know some people seen it. I'm not a huge fan of the first one, but the one that rubbed me the wrong way. I just finished watching Wesley Snipes on White Man Can't Jump. New Jack City. He's one of the most underrated actors of all time. Him and Woody Harrelson. But bro, they had my man Wesley Snipes looking so silly, man, dancing around. Tiana Taylor, his daughter, like it was. I don't know, man. That Coming to America 2 looked like a B movie to me. I will say, go out there, see it, support, man. There was a lot of black people, but it looked like a B movie. It looked like straight to VHS. If you're from my era, you know what that means, man. If that thing goes straight to Blockbuster, you know what it means. You know what you're getting yourself into. That's the one you turn on. You're not turning it on to finish it. You know what I'm saying? That's the perfect. It's an Amazon and chill.
Bruh. I agree. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard a lot of bad things. But dang, yeah, that's
it had its moments, but you know what I'm saying. Judge for yourself, though. Judge for yourself. I think a lot of people might like it if they love the first one. I can see you liking this one, but I didn't love the first one, so.
Bruh, T, you said New Jack City, bruh, and that just like I ain't trying to drag this joint, but yo, that I love drug dealer movies, bruh, and Nino Brown is like he might be my favorite drug dealer of all time.
Well, don't watch Coming to America 2 because Nino in there dancing. His hair looked crazy. That guy, my man, looking like a fake warlord. He got an accent like. Remember Wesley for Blade. You know what I'm saying? Remember him from Nino. Don't remember him from Coming to America 2, man.
I'm not really too excited to watch this movie now, man. I'm gonna still have to watch it just for the culture, but man. Every single review is saying the same thing, man. Eddie Murphy's my guy, so I'm definitely gonna give it the time of day. But I'm just hoping I don't turn it off midway through. But it looks like I might. But one thing you can't turn off midway through is Gas presents Sports for the Culture. And if you do, well, you whack anyway. But another great episode, fellas. Hey, we did our thing as we always do. You guys know what it is. It's at GoodAssSports. If you don't have the Gas app downloaded to your iPhone or your smartphone, your Droid, whatever you're using, maybe you got the green bubble still. But if you got the green bubble, you can still get the Gas Sports for the Culture app, man. Go to your app store, type in Gas Sports Network. If you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, search Gas Sports Network. Every platform, we're either GoodAssSports or we're Gas Sports Network. Make sure you find us. Scrub, did I miss anything?
No, I pretty much covered everything. But if you want to get fresh like me, you can get a gas hat from GoodAssSports.com/shop, or you can get you a shirt, or you can get you a bundle, and that's pretty much like the best deal in town for real. So yeah, definitely do that. And springtime, you know what I'm saying? Like the suns is starting to come out. It was actually pretty nice out. Feel me? Short sleeves are back in season. You could. Let your arms free. You know what I'm saying? Let the tats show. Feel me? Ladies, working on the booty shorts for y'all. I got y'all. It's coming.
Hey man, shout out to some of the people I know that's tuned in every time, man. My guy D Money, man. You know what I'm saying? The DJK podcast. Forgive me if I'm slandering it, but you know what it is. I plug you on the IG and the Twitter. Shout out to my man Brooks. He always coming in. He came through with the little baby bars with the bricks. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple people out there that's loyal. We appreciate you. We see y'all out there, and thanks for rocking with us.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Y'all know how we end every episode, fellas. Sports for the culture.
Deporte para la cultura.
Culture.